Look! Another hazmat truck overturned and caused a chemical spill on the Kansas highway yesterday.
Oh my god, seriously? Feels like there's so many hazmat truck accidents lately.
I know, right? Just hope the driver is okay and hopefully there will be less of this accident happening again.
Yeah, remember not long ago on July 11th in Suburban, 64 drums of calcium hypochlorite and also nitric acid was spilled all over the road after a lorry crash. Morning, I'm reporting from the site of one of the Malaysia's busiest highway, a road that has seen more than its share of tragedy in recent years involving hazardous materials. In year 2020, a truck carrying acid overturned right here on the KL-Tara highway. The driver didn't survive and a dangerous spill brought traffic to a standstill. In 2021, a collision involving 5 trucks on the Plus highway led to a hazmat leak. Once again, chaos followed. Then in 2020, another major incident on the Karak highway, a lorry and an MPV collided, spilling chemicals and causing a 6-kilometer jam. In 2023, 2 sisters lost their lives in Kuantan when an oil tanker collided with their car. And just last year in 2024, another fatal crash occurred on this very highway. A palm oil tanker overturned, killing the drivers and spilling oil across the lanes. These repeated accidents highlights the urgent need for safer handling of hazardous materials on our road before more lives are lost. Good morning everyone, today we will be discussing the factors of hazmat transportation accident. But the reason why we will be discussing about this is because there are way too many accidents recently. So to have a better understanding, let's discuss about this article. The article title will be Essential Safety Factors for the Transport of Dangerous Goods by Rome, a case study of Indonesia by Joel Beverly. So their objective is to address the safety risk of transportation of dangerous goods by road freight transport. For the research problem is to aim to identify and rank the key factors affecting the safety of dangerous goods transport by road. According to Eurostats from 2012 to 2017, the volume of transportation of dangerous goods on the road is gradually increasing annually, mostly consisting of the transportation of dangerous goods class 3, flammable liquid and also class 2 gases. Although accidents in the European Union have increased from 48 accident cases in 2013 to 30 and 31 respectively in 2014 and 2015. The consequences of accidents involving the transportation of dangerous goods still can be severe for not only human life but also the environment and infrastructure. So for the methodology, the article analyzed qualitative data from 10 Union industry experts. So there are 3 categories, which is high frequency of transporting dangerous goods, have past accident involving dangerous goods, and also have 3 years experience. For this article, there are 3 main categories and they are analyzed by using the Kendall square. For the 3 groups, first will be the accident related factors, second will be the group 2, which is the technical and technological factors, third will be the organizational factors. So going on to the group 1, the highest effect will be the correct loading of cargo, driver fatigue, and also technical condition of vehicle. For the least impact will be the driver confidence in vehicle security system, time of day, route planning, and also delivery speed. For group 2, the highest impact will be the correct loading and unloading of cargo. Second will be the tightness of sending trailers and containers. Third would be the technical condition of the transport vehicle. For the least impact for group 2 would be the preparation of dangerous goods packaging, provision of additional safety equipment for the vehicle, chemical properties of the cargo, and also the infrastructures of the unloading and loading site. Lastly, for group 3, the highest impact would be the risk profile of the goods being transported, route selection, the effectiveness of communications with emergency services. The least impact would be the speed limit, necessity of the escort of cargo being transported, time of day while transporting dangerous goods, and also lastly the distance of delivery of cargo.
So, I don't fully agree with the article. It claims that the time of day and the distance of delivery don't matter much, but this factor has a huge impact on driver fatigue, right?
That's right, it did not even mention what happens after a spill. In real life, it can really hurt the environment and people's health, and that truly deserves more attention.
Those are very good points. So how about we turn this tutorial session into a debate session? So these two students in this side will be the agree, and this side will be the disagree.
First, the article is on point by placing driver fatigue among the highest impact risks. As mentioned by Wei et al. 2022, driver fatigue has increased the probability of fatal accidents by 113.8%. That's a huge number, it's more than 100%. Agree, but how could the article rank time of day and distance of delivery as low impact when there is a study from Open Access Library Journal 2022 emphasizing that both delivery timing and distance contribute significantly to driver fatigue?
That's a fair point. Timing and distance to contribute to fatigue. But I still think the article got it mostly right by also ranking vehicle condition as top contributor. As evidence, Kula et al. 2016 found that many accidents happen due to poor vehicle maintenance.
So even if that's the case, the article did not give enough importance to training. According to a National Chemical Safety Report, training must go beyond basic signage recognition. Drivers should be able to identify chemical properties and respond appropriately during an emergency. They must have skills, S-K-I-L-L-S, skills.
To be fair, the article did not touch on driver knowledge. Its lack of knowledge made here, which was also backed by findings from Abdul Hamid et al. 2033, where 96.7% of Malaysian hazmat drivers understood the signage. That's the real issue, is deeper knowledge gaps, not complete ignorance.
But that's not enough. We need to move training higher up in the ranking. Drivers must know well about the chemical they are transporting. Transporting hydrochloric acid is not like delivering soft drinks. Just imagine transporting reactive substance without knowing how they behave under heat or pressure. Do you know how dangerous it can be? True, handling chemicals does require serious care, but let's not overlook another major factor the article highlighted: improper cargo loading. According to Liu et al. 2019, unsecured cargo can directly lead to rollovers or dangerous leaks. The article ranked this among the top 3 causes, and I think that's completely justified.
But we think the article missed an important part. Where was the discussion on the aftermath of a spill? Wei et al. 2022 clearly point out that hazmat spills could impact the environment and public health. These consequences must be considered when evaluating the seriousness of risk factors.
Exactly, and it's not just the environmental and health impact. Think about 20 and 22 Karat highway spill. There was a 6 km traffic jam. People were stuck for hours. The economic loss from traffic delays, missed logistics deadlines, and even ambulance being blocked was huge. This kind of social disruption is serious.
What is more, even the clean-up effort involved dozens of hazmat teams and specialized equipment. That is not just about safety, but it also put pressure on infrastructure. On top of that, the public panic triggered by hazmat signage of chemical clouds will lead to chaos, school closures, viral misinformation, and temporary shutdown of nearby businesses. These indirect efforts on daily life and economic activity were not emphasized enough.
Fair point, but the article's focus was on identifying the key risk factors for prevention, not analyzing the impact. That could be a part of a follow-up study. The goal here was clearly to reduce the chances of accident happening in the first place. After all, prevention is better than cure.
True, but you can't prioritize prevention without understanding why something is dangerous. For example, an accident involving chlorine will have a much greater impact than diesel. Shouldn't risk prioritization take that into account?
And that's exactly why the article included the risk profile of the goods under organizational factors. They did acknowledge that not all dangerous goods are the same. The problem was complex, but the authors did include that aspect.
Yes, but I still believe the article lacks a global perspective. Lithuania's transport conditions, enforcement and weather are totally different from Malaysia's. These findings might not apply. Therefore, a broader sample or comparison would be needed.
I get that, but the articles did well to identify relevant issues in terms of the driver behavior, vehicle condition and loading area, which can happen to everybody.
Okay, time's up. So all of you did very well. There's quite a lot of excellent points from both teams. So it's clear that the article presents a strong framework, but improvement can be made in some areas. So can any volunteers give me some recommendations to address what the journal article is missing?
So I would like to recommend the study to include countries with different climate, road condition, enforcement level, and development status such as Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand. This would make the results more useful for other countries.
That's a good one, thank you. Any others?
Me.
Okay.
So I would like to recommend using actual accident data to support the findings. The study should collect official hazmat accident statistics from Transport Ministry or Road Safety Departments to help confirm the expert opinions and rankings. This will make the results more reliable and trustworthy.
Oh, what about you?
I would like to suggest the study to also look at what happens after hazmat accidents like environmental damage, health risks, and economic losses, especially when spill happen near rivers, factories, or in cities. So this would help prioritize prevention based on real-world consequences.
Thank you for all the recommendations. So thank you everyone for today. That's all for today. So let's get into the book. Okay, so that's all for today. Please get into the book.